You're watching Inside Cowboy Football.
We're back on Inside Cowboy Football as we continue our look back at the 1988 Heisman Trophy campaign of OSU tailback Barry Sanders, celebrating the 20th anniversary of that terrific season. This week, big numbers for Barry in Manhattan, Kansas, against the Kansas State Wildcats.
Well, I do remember this. That was one of Stan Parrish's Kansas State teams. They were struggling pretty good, but their kids played hard. They were really pretty decent at times offensively. Again, you know, we were struggling, or we were scrambling ourselves defensively. They jumped out on us. I want to say they might have taken the ball down and scored onside, kicked, and got it again. So we had to keep firing him at them pretty good because we got ourselves behind a little bit and kept on doing it. But again, once it started up, once it really got going and offensively, we took the lead. Again, another man among boys deal. It was always big when Barry went back to Kansas because more of his family was around it. He is a native of Kansas, and once it started with him, he just literally ran wild. Again, there were times where we never felt real comfortable with our defense, you know, and we didn't want to mess with the game. Again, we had him out of there in the fourth quarter, probably about the third season. I can't remember exactly when we took him out of this specific ball game, but we probably needed a bunch of those yards that day with them because, again, we were scrambling a bit.
Well, the middle of the third quarter, we were on the bench, and I think there was 8 or 10 minutes left. We were way ahead, and they came over and told him that if he went back out, that he could break George Rogers' rushing record at South Carolina. And we were so far ahead, he said that he didn't want to go back in the game, just let the other guys play. Records didn't mean anything to him. Individual accomplishments weren't important to him. All he had to do was go back out for one more series, and he would have gained another 50 or 60 yards because they hadn't been able to tackle him the entire game. And he didn't even go back out, or he would have broken George Rogers' record at that time. No, those things weren't important to him. Barry enjoyed playing pickup basketball and sleeping, and that's what he did all the time. He was unusual from that standpoint that he was always asleep, whether we were traveling on a bus or in a hotel or over in the dorm where we lived, or he liked to play pickup basketball during the off season.
Sanders continued his incredible '88 season on October 29th in the Little Apple. Sanders shredded the K-State defense for 3 touchdowns and 320 yards. It was the second best rushing tally in Big 8 history at the time. OSU beat the Wildcats 45-27.